What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nitro Gaming. Today, we've got some packs to open to start today's video, but what I'm really focused on today is the Team of the Year hype that is building. Team of the Year voting came out yesterday, and the Team of the Year market crash is really just around the corner, and we have to prepare for that. But not only are we going to be talking about cards on the market that we need to sell and buy, good investments for Numero Foot, but we're definitely going to be covering the Team of the Year itself, the confirmed players in this squad, not just for the men's, but the women's as well, because I've gone out and done some research, especially more on the men's side of things, to figure out who is actually going to be in this Team of the Year. Of course, we've seen some of the cards that are in the votes. We know cards like Vinicius Jr. are going to be in the Team of the Year. That is not really that hard to predict, but maybe for some of these positions, it's a lot closer than people expect, and we're going to do our best today to figure out who those players are going to be, and that's actually going to help us make investments as well. If you're excited for today's video, do not forget to drop a like. We're going to go for 180 likes on today's video, and we're going to rip this tradable 81 plus times 10 that we got from our weekend league rewards, and it's not even a walkout. So yeah, maybe drop a like on the video as a way to make me smile again, because EA Sports just do not know how to do that. Do you need coins in FC25 Ultimate Team? Then go to u7buy.com. It is the quickest, most reliable, and the safest platform on the internet. Big creators use it. It has the best reviews. And if you use my code NITRO, you're going to get an extra 6% at checkout. You can even get specific players you want to add to your Ultimate Team straight from u7buy. And if it's your first time, you'll get a newcomer's bonus added to what you get. Link down below. I told you guys this in yesterday's video. This is who I'm voting for, or I have voted for. Vinicius Jr., Haaland, and Salah, Wirtz, Rodri, and Bellingham, Grimaldo, Saliba, Van Dijk, Carvajal, and Kobel. I've really been pushing the vote for Kobel agenda. I just don't think it's going to push him over the line to actually win it. But if you haven't voted yet, vote for Kobel, okay? Vote for Kobel. We're going to get a Dortmund player in this Team of the Year somehow, okay? And I really think he's the only one who has an actual chance. So what I've actually gone out and done is I've figured out which positions are close, right? Which positions have got a variety of different players in the voting. And so I went out and I tweeted which players you voted for and kind of got the percentage from my community. And as you can see by the Team of the Year goalkeeper vote, it's probably going to end up being Emi Martinez. And I think he was the favorite going in. And so we can kind of confirm, given the fact that he got 60% of the votes almost, and there are, 6 other people to vote for, Kobel being second place with just 13%. Mike Mignon, I saw, had a few votes, but Emi Martinez is going to end up being the goalkeeper. And I saw pretty much everybody, if not close to everybody, voting for Virgil van Dijk. So assuming he'll be in the Team of the Year, I wanted to figure out what are the other cards going to be in Team of the Year, and it's going to be between Saliba and Rudiger. It looks like Bastoni's getting some votes, and he deserves his flowers. I wouldn't be mad if Bastoni got into Team of the Year, but are EA Sports going to go for Saliba or Rudiger? And it's tough to tell because both of them are overpowered in FC25. They're both very good cards that were expensive for a while at the beginning of this year, and so I'm not sure if they're going to override the community vote, or they're just going to let the community decide this one for William Saliba. And it would be a little bit of Arsenal representation, whereas for Rudiger, he plays for Real Madrid, you're going to have Vinicius Jr. You're probably going to have Jude Bellingham. You're probably going to also have Carvajal at right back. Carvajal, I don't think there's really much of a debate. Sure, some people are voting for Frimpong at right back, but it's probably going to end up being Carvajal at right back. So you've got a back line now between those 3, and then the fourth being Theo Hernandez. Now, this is a tough one, because Theo Hernandez is getting most of the votes, and it is mostly because he is the best left back in FC25. Undeniably the best. All of the pros use him, and people want him to get a Team of the Year because he would be the best card. But Grimaldo also has 32% of the votes, and I'd argue he probably deserves it the most. And then DeMarco definitely should be in the conversation as well. No other players really getting a significant amount of votes. So are EA Sports going to throw Theo Hernandez in this Team of the Year? Are they going to go against the vote and throw in Grimaldo because they think he will be, he deserves it more? Probably not. EA Sports want to sell packs, and Theo Hernandez he's going to sell more packs. And so with that being said, I think Teo Hernandez is going to end up being your left back, whether he deserves it for his IRL 2024 performance or not. And those are some of the players that I've seen a lot of people kind of go back and forth with. And in the midfield, I'm thinking we're going to get Rodri. I'm thinking we're going to get Jude Bellingham. I've seen that on most people's votes. And quite frankly, I think those are the two most deserving players of it. But who's going to be the third player? And it's kind of between Florian Wirtz and Cole Palmer. Quite frankly, I thought the midfield vote would be clear cut. It was going to be Bellingham, Rodri, Wirtz. But Cole Palmer actually has more votes. And it doesn't surprise me. He's had a great year. A lot of people do like Cole Palmer. He is just edging out Wirtz for the vote right now. Now, it's a very small sample size. There's 22 hours left to vote on my Twitter, so obviously I just need more followers on Twitter, so the link will be down in the description for you guys to go follow me. But it looks like Cole Palmer might actually have a chance at winning this, and this might be the closest of all the votes so far. Wirtz and Palmer are very, very close in the vote. But on top of that, we're not sure who's going to be the forwards, because we know Vinicius Jr. is going to get in, but who are the other two? Now, Salah has been in a lot of people's votes, and so I'm assuming he might get the second most amount of votes, and I'm trying to figure out who the third most voted for is, and this doesn't even answer it, because even though Mbappe and Haaland are super close in the vote, and it could really go either way, I'll tell you what, Lamine Yamal and Lautaro Martinez are both getting a ton of votes, and I think Lamine Yamal might end up getting more votes than both Haaland and Mbappe. Now, Gyökeres is also getting some votes, but he's not going to win it. So it's going to come down between the five players of Vinicius Jr., who's going to get in, Salah, who I do think is going to get in, and then three players, Mbappe, Haaland, and Lamine Yamal, fighting for that next spot. And then one of these guys is inevitably going to be the 12th man, which if Mbappe doesn't get into the actual team, which I didn't vote for him, he's probably going to get thrown into the 12th man just because he is the most expensive card in the game, and that's going to sell more packs. So EA Sports are going to choose him for the 12th man if he doesn't get into the actual team. So that is going to be what your team of the year looks like. There's still a couple players that are kind of up for grabs, but we definitely know who most of the players are going to be. So what does that tell us when it comes to the market? Well, it tells us that we're going to have new players for cards like Thunderstruck Saliba. If he ends up winning that vote, which it does look like he's going to get into Team of the Year, which means that once they leak or announce these Team of the Year cards next week, cards like this Saliba, 90 rated, is going to crash. Now, it doesn't make much sense for it to crash because it'll actually rise during Team of the Year, but it won't make any difference because people will panic. So you want to get rid of cards that might get into Team of the Year because people are going to panic sell these cards next week. So for Virgil van Dijk, any of his special cards, you don't want to be holding on to those until next week. And you can probably already see that there's slightly a drop in price over the course of the last 2 weeks because this card has gone from 3.6 million coins, which was about 3 weeks ago. He dropped during that market crash during December, but even just in the last week, he's gone from 3.3 million coins all the way down to 2.6 million coins. This is going to continue for another, I'd say, just about a week. And then right before Team of the Year starts, or right as Team of the Year is underway, that's when we want to buy these cards again. If you already have them, then sell. If you don't have them and you have a lot of coins, wait. You want to buy these cards at the beginning of Team of the Year or right before Team of the Year. Now, for the attackers, they come out first, so you might want to buy them earlier. Your players like Vinicius Jr. Special cards. But for the defenders, you have a little bit more time. You can probably wait until Team of the Year is underway. Take a look at 93 rated Vinicius Jr. Winter Wildcard. He's 2 million coins right now, and just over the course of the last 5 days, he's gone from 2.25 million and dropped about 250,000 coins. So this is going to continue. He will go under 2 million, and a lot of these cards are going to get panic sold hard once the actual Team of the Year gets announced. So those are all the cards you want to avoid picking up right now. But what are some cards that are looking good? Well, we talked about Reinders yesterday. He was at 33 to 34K. We were sniping him for the 30,000 that he was at because, well, he wasn't selling for well over a week. He was at 30,000 coins. And just over the course of the last day, he started to go up. And it's really, really nice because we're making good profit on him. And then Kabi Mainu was another investment that we made at 17,250 coins. We've been getting him for 14K, and he is also on his way up. Now, he was under 14K. We bought a little late. We were getting in right about here. He was about 13K at his low point, but we didn't buy until here. He is now up to over 17,000 coins, and I don't think that we need to really sell right away, right now. We can wait until the end of Tuesday, but I think that we should probably sell before Wednesday because that's historically known as market crash day. Wednesdays are always very dangerous times to hold on to cards because normally the market rises on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday is when everything comes crashing down. You look at it every week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday comes crashing down. You look at it every week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday comes crashing down. So I just don't hold anything into Wednesday. So I would sell sometime today or tomorrow morning just to be safe, even if these cards are out of packs. And you can see, look, these cards have risen on Sunday, Monday. It's probably going to stay pretty high on Tuesday. And then tomorrow, we are going to see a drop. Then on Thursday, we see division rival rewards, which will bring prices up for cards that are out of packs, but prices down for cards that are in packs. And so when it comes to numero foot, those might be good times to buy and flip cards. However, we did mention yesterday that some of these guys like Rafael Leao and Lewandowski, the expensive players especially, aren't going to be at their cheapest until next week. Team of the Year's market crash hasn't hit us yet. We're just recovering from the Winter Wildcards December market crash still. And we have a pretty good market right now. It's pretty high. So Team of the Year's panic hasn't really hit us yet until we get that announcement or the big leaks that come out for Team of the Year. And that's not going to start happening until next week. And that is when I think we pick up numero foot investments. So that's my take on the current market. But I've had some questions about the fodder cards that you might be wanting to invest in. People are saying, should I pick up 84 rated cards right now for 1.7 thousand, 1.8 thousand coins? And I just don't think that's a good idea. We should wait on buying those cards until you get big supply. There's two different windows for that. One window is during division rival rewards on this Thursday or next Thursday. And then the other window is going to be on the first day of Team of the Year. We're going to have so many people who have saved their packs opening the packs all at the same time. And I don't think that any SBC that they drop on the first day of Team of the Year is going to be able to counteract the supply we get. Now, I do think that fodder cards are probably going to rise during Team of the Year as people put their extra fodder into SBCs and they send it into any upgrade 83 plus times 10 over and over and over again. Over time, these cards will go up and they'll get more rare because everybody will have opened their packs. But I think you'll be able to get 84 rated cards for 1.2 to 1.3 thousand coins at some point during or before Team of the Year. So do not buy them on a Tuesday or even on a Sunday or a Monday, because normally the fodder cards are more expensive on those days. Now, some people have also invested in 89 rated cards, which have actually gone up in price pretty well. You can sell these cards right now for close to 15,000 coins. You guys got in at 11. So if you wanted to take the profit, quite frankly, it might not be a bad idea to take some profit there, because I do think that there's going to be another window for getting these cards before or during Team of the Year. But you also have to understand, why are we investing in these cards in the first place? It's because exchange SBCs are on the way, most likely, during Team of the Year. If you take a look at Exchange XBCs and FC24, Exchange SBCs, there it is, 89 overall duplicate exchange, it's going to end up giving you a very, very hefty pack, which is basically going to be 14 rare players and another 37 non-rare players. So a lot of fodder for your club, a lot of non-rares to do upgrade SBCs, but 14 rares. You look at that alone, and that's more value than a 50K pack offers. That is a very, very good pack in return for just one card that are currently going for 14 to 15,000 coins. And so you would expect, if they were to drop anything like this again during Team of the Year, which is exactly what they dropped at Team of the Year last year, for these cards to go up. So you have to understand, that is why we are investing in these high-rated fodder cards. So you do want to try to make some profit in the meantime, but if you're saying, well, should I panic sell these cards if they go down? Well, no. That's not why you're buying in the first place. You're buying in hopes of an exchange SBC. And if EA don't bring it, then yeah, I do think that these cards don't rise. But at this current moment, they are so low that it doesn't make sense for them to really drop a ton more that they have been. I mean, at 11,000 coins, I was telling you guys, I mean, it just doesn't get much lower than that. They were literally 11.5K on Thursday last week. I think Thursday this week will be a pretty low point for them. So yeah, you could sell right now at you know, says she's 13K. You could probably sell for 14 or 15 if you just kept listing, and lazy buyers will come through. So you can make some profit on those right now, but just keep in mind why you're investing in those cards. Now, I do want to shout out somebody here who is dropping really good information, and that's Terupt Foot. Okay, so you guys can go follow him on Twitter. But he dropped this little thread over on Twitter, which was basically telling us exactly what's going to happen with this market depending on what EA Sports do. Now, he is focusing mostly on high-tier icons in this thread. However, you can kind of use it to understand how the market's going to move in the just overall for high-rated metas, for Team of the Year cards, for any of the cards like Neymar Jr. That have come out in previous or current promos. You've got the Heung-min Son card. You've got Rafael Leao's numero foot card, right? So a lot of big, expensive cards are going to follow this exact same trend. And you can see that on Team of the Year voting day, these cards did drop in price. So the market overall hasn't really dropped much this year. I don't think that's going to happen until the next couple of days. But when the Team of the Year full team went into packs, these cards hit a low point at right there. It looks 2.2 million, going down 400,000 coins from what it was just a week and a half beforehand. And then during Team of the Year, that card only rose up in price from 2.1 to 2.7 million. And that's the Cruyff base icon card. Cruyff base icon, the one that's been out since the beginning of the year. Now, Cruyff isn't as expensive this year. So this is just one example of a very expensive meta card from last year. But you can see that it definitely makes sense to buy these cards before or during the beginning of Team of the Year, because coins are king, and that's going to bring the market up. As people open their packs, they have more buying power, and so it's going to bring prices up. Another thing to consider is that last year, it was easier to pack the specific players that are in Team of the Year during their first release. So when the defenders are in packs the first time around, which is going to happen during the first week, it'll happen, I believe, between Thursday to Saturday, something along those lines. We do have the full schedule. I'll try to pull that up in a second. But you had a 4.1% chance of packing it out of a 300K pack in the first time they're released. And then when the full team was out, then you only had a 2.2% chance of packing one of those Team of the Years. So it's actually harder to pack a Team of the Year when the full release is out. Now, overall, it might be easier to pack a Team of the Year if your goal is to just pack any Team of the Year. You don't care if it's the goalkeeper. You don't care if it's a crapper. You don't care if it's not one of the attackers. But if you want a specific player, let's say Vinicius Jr., you should probably open your packs when the attackers are in packs and not when the full team is in packs. But yeah, you can check out the rest of this thread during or over on Terupt's Twitter. It's a very, very good thread about metas and icons right there that I think really explains a lot about how coins affect the market more than supply. So that is where we're going to end off today's video. I really do appreciate you guys watching. We're going to end with a couple of packs to finish off today's Team of the Year video. We get a walkout. Come on now. Striker. French. Is it Griezmann? I think it is Griezmann. Or is it Mbappe? It's Griezmann. Okay. You never know, right? You have to at least keep some hope in the back of your head. I can't imagine how many times I'm going to say, is that Mbappe, as we get into Team of the Year. Right when I see blue flares, I'm going to immediately assume Mbappe, if he's in that 12th man or if he's in the attacker's spot for Team of the Year. We've got a couple more packs right here, so we're going to go ahead and shout out a couple things to end today's video. One is the like button. Shout out to the like button. Helps out a lot. The second thing we're shouting out is the subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of these Team of the Year videos as we get through this promo. Not only are we going to be dropping huge trading videos for this promo, but we might do a couple cheeky little pack openings on top of it. So be on the lookout for that. Give me another walkout, yeah? Yes, walkout special card. Is it a Team of the Week? I think it's a Team of the Week. I don't know who's in Team of the Week because it's a very irrelevant promo. It's a very irrelevant promo every week. It's going to be Crystal Palace English center back. It'll be Chalobah. Okay, we'll take it.